Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead. Today, I am out here in our little sweet potato patch that we had planted out. Now, if you all remember, I did came on in and harvest half of the sweet potato, guys, and we left the other half to just to go ahead and, grow until we were able to get back to it. Now, I know many of you all out there say, hey, I want to see you go ahead and harvest the other half of the sweet potatoes to see what it is looking like. But yes, today is the day that we are coming on out to go ahead and harvest these sweet potatoes here, guys. Now, we did have a question. Someone were to ask us, hey, will the potatoes still be good on the ground if the frost damaged the foliage? And my answer to that is yes, your potatoes will still be good underneath the ground. Now, one of the thing is, once that frost come through, guys, and burn these foliage down, you don't want to leave them in the ground for too long once the frost come through. Now, these right here has been, since the frost came through, been right at about 3 days or so. And today is that day, guys, that we are here to go ahead and harvest out these sweet potatoes right here. All right. As you all can see over here, before we get to harvesting, if you all can see what is going on with this bed right here, what I went ahead and did, cultivated, and I came on in, and we're going to add in some potassium and also phosphorus, guys, to get this bed right here ready for next year to plant out more sweet potatoes. Okay, like I said, if you notice, I think we're coming in with that goat manure, putting on these beds right here. I add nitrogen in this ground right here, guys, and so our potatoes, I believe that wheelbarrow, we could have walked away with about 2 wheelbarrow load out of this area right here. But nonetheless, I am thankful for what we got out of them. Okay, I am also going back. If you notice, I did make a mound. I'm going back to putting my sweet potatoes back on a mound. Simple reason why, having them on the flat ground like that, what I noticed, I ran into the issue of water retention, guys. The ground hold a whole bunch of water, therefore causing my sweet potatoes to crack from all that moisture in the soil. So with going back to putting them on a mound, what that is going to do for me is going to help the soil to drain a bit better. Okay, all right. And so, hey, we're going to go ahead and get into harvesting out the rest of our sweet potatoes. Now, I have no idea what is underneath the ground, but that is why we are all here to find out today. All right, so of course you all know I have to come on in and remove all these vines and foliage that is in this area right here. Today, we're not trying to make this video too lengthy. So what I am going to do, all right, I'm going to grab my machete. Okay, I'm going to grab my machete, guys. This right here is my little handy dandy friend that I use to go ahead and get some of this foliage on out. Okay, I could simply come on in and also pull them out, but whenever I hit a spot, oh wow, look at that. Okay, all right. I see something that you all haven't seen, but I'm going to show it to you all. Look at that right there, guys. Look at that. And like I said, to about this point right here, okay, we got real good harvest out of this area right here. Now, what it is, my guess is that all that nitrogen that was up on top of this hill right here, whenever we get a rain, all that come washing down. So down there, it's like a sluice, guys. All the nitrogen, a lot of the nutrients got washed down to the bottom. Um, Most of the bottom area down there, you could see where the potatoes was trying to form, but the ground was just too rich, and they did not do as well as the potatoes them up here. But let me go ahead and move all the foliage out the way, because I know you all want to see what's right here just as bad as I want to see what is right here. So let's go ahead and get these foliage out of the way. Okay.
It's just rolling back like a carpet.
Yeah, you know, hey, you might as well call it a carpet. And what I'm going to do, I'm still going to feed this on up to the goat. If they don't eat it, then hey, that's all right. I think they will. Oh, look at that. Ah, we're pulling potatoes out the ground, guys. Okay, and as you all can see, we have it all cleared out, guys. And now it is where the fun comes in. It is about that time now to go ahead and start digging sweet potatoes. And just from right here, I can tell I have some potatoes just because of the bulging in the soil. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start digging. See what we have under here. Right. See. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. That's actually a pretty big one right there. I want to say this is probably about the biggest one that we had got out of here so far.
Their root system, is that a broken one?
Actually, yes. Okay. And just like I explained in the last video, guys, because the ground was so fat, what happened, this stem sent out these shoots all the way out. Now this has supposed to been a sweet potato, but because the ground was so rich, this root system just kept on running. And then eventually, once the nutrients, once the nitrogen got poured in the soil, then look at that. At the end, it started putting out a potato, okay? But that's exactly what that is right there. These right here was the potential of potato as well, okay? But you know what? We can't win them all, guys. You know, I'm happy for what I'm getting out of there. Okay, I'm happy, but the beauty about it, look at this soil. Look at this soil. Now, this right here is that soil that has been building here for right at about 3 years, guys. Especially when I came on in with that um, uh, the goat manure with the hay, put it on top. it make it even richer. Okay, but also something I want to show you. This right here is the table underneath the ground, or the pan rather underneath the ground, that I'm starting to break up, which I'm actually happy that I am breaking it up. So next year when I do plant those sweet potatoes in here, they will have an easy time getting down into the soil. Okay, so that is what that is. Okay, we'll just dig just a little bit more right here. Okay, got a little baby one right there. See what else we have in this vine. Okay, and that's what we got. As y'all can see, those tubers really didn't grew out all the way, guys, based on the nitrogen in the soil. Okay, and the reason why I'm going to put back potatoes in this area is because, yes, all the nitrogen that was in here, pretty much a lot of it has been used up from the foliage of the sweet potato plant. And so that is why I'm going to be putting potato back in here. Okay, now that's not too bad. Like I said, what we're running into is the crack. I've already explained why we are running into the cracks, and that would have been a beautiful root. We would have got a whole lot of potatoes off this root right here, guys, or off that vine. Okay, look at that. Same hole, still producing. Okay. Hey, go ahead, son, and start getting all the bigger sweet potatoes and put in a wheelbarrow. Oh wow, look at that. I damaged that one. It happens. I'm trying to find that other piece. There we go. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Now are y'all ready for it, guys? So this right here shows me if I did not have so much nitrogen in the ground, what could have happened? Look at this. Now tell me if that is not a big sweet potato.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It's bigger than the one you picked up over
Absolutely. Wow.
there.
Look
Get the
at
other one over there.
that.
Yeah, hand him that one.
Comparison, guys. The biggest one we thought we got out of here, this right here taps it. Feel right at about 2.5, 3 pounds.
I'll weigh it.
You'll weigh it?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
weigh
we're going to weigh it on camera. Can you run and grab the kitchen scale for me, please, sir? So we're going to weigh the biggest one that we got out of here. But you just imagine if, you know, and we'll talk about it. Let me go ahead and keep on.
Note of where it came from.
Yes, came from right here. Remember I said the biggest potatoes I've gotten came from, I say, right at about halfway point to right here, guys. That is a bit. I was not expecting that. That I was not expecting. That is a big guy. Oh, look at there. Oh, wow. Okay. I know some of y'all say, hey, you're using a fork to dig your potatoes. You know, you will damage them. And yes, you do at times damage a few. But like we said, guys, they're going to the kitchen anyway. So they're going to get cooked. Okay. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Well, oh, wow. Look at this, Bebs. Look at this. Now, I don't remember putting a vine all the way up here. Come in close. I don't remember putting a vine all the way up here, but look at this.
Oh.
Look at that. And that's what happened why I keep digging, because I'm not expecting to see any potato in the area where I'm digging. But as you can see, the vine probably was coming from right here. This is where that vine was coming from. See that? That's the piece that break off. But look at that. If you notice what happened that I've been talking about in the video, and I'm going to use this as an demonstration right here. You see how far this vine came on out? And that's because of too much nitrogen in the ground, guys. So what it was doing was running these roots. It was sending these roots. And once it was like, okay, the nitrogen is depleting in the soil, now I can go ahead and start making tuber. Because the thing about it is, I have my potassium and phosphorus in the soil that's supposed to make these roots swell up, guys, okay? But if there's too much nitrogen in the ground, this is what you will run into, okay? And we'll talk a little bit more about it. Look at this root right here. You see how far that root is? That's at least about 2 foot root, okay? If there's not enough nitrogen in the ground, this root would have put out right here by the stem and would start producing sweet potato right here, okay? But like I said, we're going to use this and just stick around. Stick around. We'll talk a little. See, there we go. We have another one, okay? We're going to dig deep out because I don't want to poke any more of these sweet potatoes. And you could tell that this is a real healthy root because you see how the stem that we planted, the vine that we planted, is real nice and healthy. Okay. And voila, we got one more out of it. Okay. Nice. This is why we do it here, guys. This is why we come on out here and plant our own food. And that is why so much I stress it, because you think about what I'm about to be getting out of here. Save me a trip from the grocery store for the amount I've harvested out so far. That saved me how much trip to the grocery store? Okay. And let us not forget the reason why we do this is so we can grow our own food and be self-sufficient. Remember that word, self-sufficient, guys. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these on out. Oh, wow, look at that. Here, another one. Look at that, how far it sent out that tuber. All right. But stay tuned. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. Let's see if we have anything on these mounds. Oh, wow. Actually, we do. Look at that. And right here, we have some real thick clay that's coming from out of here. Eventually, as time goes on and I come on in and amend this soil, this thick clay will eventually turn into some real nice, loose soil, guys. So we love to work in loose soil, especially when we plant root vegetables. What that does, it helps for those roots to expand easily in the soil. Okay, so that's why we love to work in loose soil.
So those are running off of this vine here on the end, right?
Yes, these came off of this vine right here. Okay, let's go ahead and get them on up. See what else he have to offer. Go ahead and oh wow, where did this guy come from? Okay, look at that. And this is our Beauregard right here. Did not do so well for us this year. Okay.
Well, you left a potato behind you.
I did. Right here. Sure is. Okay. Look at that. Well, that's why 4 eyes is better than 2. Wow. All right, let's see what these 2 that is pushing up out of the ground, let's see what they're looking like, guys. I've been waiting to work myself on over this way. Wow, look at that. Oh, wow, man, that is beautiful. This Korean sweet potato, guys, this is the color that it's supposed to be, a brown, a reddish purplish color, guys. Now, if you notice, quite a bit of the sweet potatoes that we have been pulling out of the ground, if you notice, they are a bit brown, guys. Now, what that is, it's called scurf. Now, there is another scientific name for it that I cannot pronounce, and I will put it on the screen for you guys. Now, what that is a spores that is found into the soil that comes onto these potatoes right here, guys, cause them to turn brown. But that does not mean that you dig this potato up and throw it away, okay? This potato or that potato is still edible. That is only found on top of your sweet potato. It does not affect the flesh underneath. So you peel that sweet potato, throw the skins away, and you cook your potato, bake it, whichever way you prepare it for you and your family. So I just want to go ahead and touch on that for you guys so you all know what it is that we are running into here on the homestead. Now, like I said, it's called scurf, and there's a scientific name for it. All right, so let's go ahead and keep on harvesting our sweet potato. Let's see what else we have here. Now, these 2 big ones right here have been showing up and been smiling at me. Hey, I had a little patience with them, but now we are here to go ahead and, ooh, those feel deep. Oh, I don't want to break my fork.
I don't want you to break my potato.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty deep, but look at that. 2 nice little potatoes. Now you're going to notice that some of these potatoes that I'm pulling out, some of them will look like this, some of them is not as long. Now that is because I did not make a mound for these potatoes, guys. What happened, it grew and hit the pan of the soil. When I say pan, all that loose fluffy stuff on top of the soil is what it was growing into, and when it hit the harder soil, which I call the pan or the basin, underneath the ground, it kind of stunt the growth from going any further. Okay, so that's pretty much what that is. All right, believe we may still have a few more in here. What else we have here? Well, this might just be a volunteer one that came from off of the stem, but that is pretty nice. All right, guys, and MJ, he's gone. All right, but just poke me one again, which that is totally fine, and so that is pretty much it right there for. Come on and pick up the rest of these potatoes and put them in the wheelbarrow. What you could do also, go ahead and pull the stems off and put them to the side. Okay, so real quick here, guys, what I am going to do, and I am just trying to find a few of these slips that we had planted in the ground so I can show you all what is going on. So this is two separate slip that I have in my hand. Um, you know, I have been talking about it for quite a while, not putting too much nitrogen in your soil. Okay. Now I did not deliberately came down here and sprinkle nitrogen, but from over the years of growing in this bed, that can also hold nitrogen in the soil from those longer time as well. The ground is very rich from all the organic matter that I was putting inside of the soil right here. Now, what I'm going to do, I am going to plant back in this spot next year, like I said, because a lot of the nitrogen in here have been depleted out of the soil. Now, one of the things that I am a bit concerned about is that that scurf, that fungus that is found inside of the soil. Now, what that may do, because it is in the soil, guys, and I don't really want to spread them back on my sweet potatoes. Usually when you find that in your soil, you may want to plant your sweet potatoes in a different area. That way you're not running into that issue. Now, that disease or that fungus in the soil lasts right for about 3 to 4 years in the dirt. Okay. But you know, for what I've been telling you all for so long about that nitrogen, this is the result that you will pretty much get if you over fertilize your soil with nitrogen, guys. You will run into getting tubers like that out of your soil. So like I said, hey, I would say it's a lesson learned, but I did not deliberately came and put the nitrogen in here. I believe I add to it when I came on in with the straw and that goat manure, you know, because of the method and how I planted these potatoes this year. Okay, so keep in mind, like I said, and I'll say it again, not a whole lot of nitrogen for your sweet potatoes. In a way, hey, it happened, and we use it for a learning lesson, not just for I, but for you all as well. Okay. The second harvest that we got on out, we're going to go ahead and load up the wheelbarrow, and then we will come back on in and see, hey, maybe a half a wheelbarrow. I am still happy and thankful for that. You have
And we got to
something?
weigh up the potatoes too, remember?
Oh, yes, yes. We do have to weigh up that big old potato that we found while we were digging. So we're going to, yes, go ahead and do that. Okay. And look at that. You notice, you can see that fungus right there on this one. You see it up here on the top, and down here is clear. Okay. What I do notice though, thinking back up at the top garden, if you all remember, you can go back to those sweet potato videos that we did long time ago. And if you notice with those sweet potato, we did not run into that this soil-borne disease or fungus up at the top garden. So we will see. Maybe come next year, hey, we probably can put sweet potatoes back up there. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of that woods that was in the back that the rodents love, a lot of it has been removed. So we may try. We'll see what happens. We may plant some potatoes down here and plant potatoes up there because, hey, we love potatoes. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. All right. So let me go ahead and round up all of these potatoes, and we will be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, and we got all the sweet potatoes in the wheelbarrow. Now this is what we got out of the other half of the garden. We did got two Beauregards out of there, guys. Like I said, they did not do so well for us. Now, another thing that I want you all to pay attention to, if you notice, the frost did came through for about 2 days on these sweet potatoes. They are a bit cool, but guys, they are still in great shape. They are firm. They're not mush. Nothing wrong with these sweet potatoes. So therefore, If you experience frost on your sweet potatoes, simply just go on outside, harvest them before your foliage, your stem, and all that start rotting in on top. Okay, so come on around. We're going to go ahead now and weigh out these sweet potatoes. The one that I first thought was the biggest one we got this year, but this is it right here.
Hold on. See,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, 0. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Let's see what we have here, guys. Okay.
Oh,
1 pound.
And 4.7 ounces. So
Yeah.
1 pound 15 ounces.
Yeah, 1 pound 15 ounces. Now that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not
Lay it
bad.
down
All
next to
right.
the next one. Okay.
There we go. That's it
right.
right there.
Ooh.
So let's see what this bad boy is. I believe I did say that this one was about 2.5 to 3 pounds.
Okay.
Let's see what it is now. Oh, wow. 3 pounds, 7.6 ounces.
So 3 pounds and 8 ounces.
Yeah, 3 pounds. Yeah. Okay. So that is the biggest one we've gotten here out of the garden, guys. It's just a blessing. Okay. And if you all know me, I am always thankful. I'm not just thankful, just saying thankful because I'm here before you guys. I give the Most High praise and thanks for all things, the good, the bad, and the ugly, guys. I am just thankful. Okay. Knowing that we could have gotten a whole lot more sweet potatoes out of here, I am content with what he have blessed my family with. Okay. And so, hey, it is a pleasure to come before you all harvesting out sweet potatoes here on the homestead, guys. Now, I just want to say thanks for coming along with us. And next year, knowing our mistakes and the mistakes that we have made here in the garden, next year we are looking for a greater harvest. Okay, a greater harvest. So stick around and come along with us. I'm going to get these bed amended and cover this bed on up. I'm coming in with my phosphorus and potassium inside of this bed right here, guys. Now, you know, your phosphorus or your potassium, it also helps with root growth. Okay, but what it's more so for is also for flowering of your plant. But because it helps with root growth, that's why we use that potassium and bring in that phosphorus that helps more so with your tubers and your roots. Okay, so nonetheless, that is it right there. I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there. Remember, you keep a smile on your face. You be happy, you be blessed, and you be cheerful no matter what. Always keep that smile. Don't never let anyone steal your joy. Have a blessed day.